Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler, the Geek Slays, and welcome back to the Scuffed As Podcast, episode 39, where I forgot to turn the lights on. That's good. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about other than shit for me is getting stressful now. It's not only Christmas time, so every game is launching, but there are even more games launching, because next gen. Because yay. Which also means more console launches. And iPhone launch. God, it's been an expensive month. You don't even know.
Don't be a bitch.
This is like a $4,000 month, Mike.
Don't be an expensive bitch.
Blame them. Right there. Them.
I blame you.
Why do you blame me? I didn't do it.
You would blame me for anything.
I literally just didn't blame you.
Yet.
I fucking should. Cunt. Hit him with a T. Just a T, not a hard one. Just a T. I'm gonna get a foam T to start slapping bitches.
In here. Why did it pick up the fork?
Because there are magnets in it?
Oh. Apparently not very strong ones.
Not that strong, no.
Why would in it?
So that you can... Batteries?
My brother's has like a actual digital screen.
Yeah, so does mine, see?
Yeah, my brother like
yeah,
the
it's
whole
not...
thing.
Sure. But, well...
And touchscreen.
New iPhone has magnets in it.
That's gross.
It's kind of cool,
iPhones
actually.
are dumb.
So it's actually
iPhones
kind of...
suck.
I'm gonna
Samsung's where it's at.
Shut the fuck up. So, the new iPhone, though, in the back right here, has a circle of magnets for, like, a magnetic wireless charger, so you can use wireless charger while you're, like, laying in bed or whatever.
Careful, you might break it. Oh. Totaled it.
It's not a Chevy. Calm down.
At least it runs.
But they also designed a mount for your car for it. Like mounts to your air conditioner. So you can just magnet it up there and it just hangs out. That's pretty cool. And then like cases and stuff don't have to wrap around your phone because all the bezels are so small. Magneted on there. That's pretty cool. It's some cool stuff. I like it. Magnets are cool. Also, does anybody understand how magnets work? Speak up, Kimo-Shabi.
I did at one point.
Yeah, so did I.
Now I don't remember all the scientific terms.
I don't. You know what? Nobody in the world knows how magnets work. Nobody does. If there is a God, he doesn't even know. He accidentally made them and doesn't know how it happened.
Well, I know how the dinosaurs died. Do you?
Which theory are we going with?
It would be the asteroid theory. But do you know why the asteroid came?
God was playing baseball?
No.
Oh.
No. It's because God made the dog and said, "Oh my God!
Oh yes, I've seen that.
I need
joke.
this. Let's put this on Earth."
But sir, the
and his
dinosaurs.
secretary said, "But sir, the dinosaurs they
Nuke the
couldn't-"
lizards."
Yeah.
I've seen that joke.
one. That's how the dinosaurs died.
So, do you know how all the megafauna from the last ice age died? So, like the woolly mammoth and stuff, might have also been from an asteroid.
Oh, really?
Well, so there's a weird period of time where during the ice age, so somewhere between 12 and 15,000 years ago, the temperatures went from very cold to very colder to very hot back to cold over a very short period of time. An asteroid that large could theoretically tear a hole in the ozone.
Right.
Which, if there's no atmosphere, it's going to get very cold very quickly. That's why they've found, the mummified mammoth that was like still chewing on shit.
Mm-hmm.
and just died.
Actually, it was frozen in permafrost.
Yeah. That's probably why, because it instantly froze, and then got very hot, and then got cold again. It's kind of a cool concept.
Well, and that makes sense to me because it gets really cold because it's exposed to outer space, basically.
Right. And
then once the ozone does, kind of repair itself a little bit, then you're no longer, protected from solar radiation, therefore causing it to be extremely hot. Right. Because you don't have the atmosphere, but you still have one, so it keeps space out, but doesn't keep radiation.
Right. Which could also be why there is still a hole in the ozone. Because there's that weird hole above Alaska. That's where we get the Aurora Borealis. More commonly known to the stupid folk as the Northern Lights.
Most people call it the Northern Lights because it's really hard for them to say Aurora Borealis.
But it's fun to say Aurora Borealis. If you can actually get your tongue to move that way.
Yes.
I have a special tongue, you see.
Ladies.
Ladies.
He's single.
Ladies.
He's single and ready to get rid of the neck beard at any time.
I don't know about that. Did you see the way I looked?
He's going to stay single then.
Did you see the way I looked with it shaved off, though? That was worse.
It just made you look like a baby.
No.
Some chick like babies.
It didn't. No. But also, no, it didn't.
They'll just want to mother you.
Just made me look gross. I hate the way I look with it shaved off, and I knew that. But I did it anyways because it was 4 a.m. and I was impulsive. Saw a razor and went, what's the worst that could happen? Shaved like one line and I went, that was a mistake. But at that point, you're already committed.
Right.
So you just...
I got to where mine was getting really patchy. Wasn't full. I was like, I better shave it again. Kind of get it a little fuller. And I'm going on 2 months.
I'm going on like a month. Got this much. It's not great.
Starting to get to where starting to get a little more.
I see that.
A few hairs here and there. Eventually, I'm going to have the nice sharp jawline cut.
Oh, so you're just going to look like a douchebag. Got it.
No, I'm going to look like the guy off the Hunger Games. The cool ass. He was a bad guy, but had like the cool ass sharp jaw.
Name one person who ever's had the really thin, fucking really sharp jawline thing that wasn't a complete douchebag. Name one time.
It's going to be me. I'll cut the trend.
I doubt it. You're already kind of a douchebag. It's just going to empower the douchiness.
No, I do like power. I have the power!
He-Man. So, Assassin's Creed Valhalla's out, which he doesn't have yet. He's also going to be playing it on a PlayStation 4, so, like, yikes. I'll complete a mission in the time it takes him to load in.
Luckily, there's a lot of missions on.
Yeah, right.
If it's any kind of Assassin's Creed.
Then...
How big's the world?
Well, so far, I can tell you, you start in Norway, then at some point you're in England. That's where we are now. And then at some point you're in North America, because that's where your bones are. So...
Apparently I die in North America.
It would appear so, yes. So, I'm guessing it's pretty big. Seeing as you explore, 3 areas. Well, no, I don't... you could go to Asia. I don't fucking know. Maybe you go to Egypt, too. You go revisit some old things.
I don't know. I'm gonna download it tonight, so...
Yeah. Good. So we can talk about that shit, because it's good. It's good.
Also, I feel like this kid's retarded for this being the first Assassin's Creed.
I didn't know it actually mattered. I thought
great.
I thought they were the type of games where yes, there was like a new one every couple years, but they weren't actually like, I didn't think the stories would actually intertwine. I thought shit just kind of happened, you know?
No, they're all off the same premises,
Well,
pretty much.
Sure, I didn't expect it to be like a story that like overlapped. I expected it to just be like, oh, here you're playing a pirate story, now you're an Egyptian story, now you're a Spartan story, and now it's Viking. I didn't know that they all linked together. That's
The thing I've been waiting for is if they're all the same, they're all part of the same bloodline. So they're all the same throughout, history, the same bloodline people.
Isu. They talk about it at like the beginning of this game. And it's not like they all share ancestors, which I mean everyone does, so whatever.
Right.
Like the ancestors of humans originated in Africa, so we all share the same ancestors. Or if you don't want to believe the way the real world works and you want to believe the God way, still all the same ancestors because Adam and Eve. And that way is kind of more gross.
Yeah. We're all just incest.
Yeah. Incest. That's illegal. So you dating someone is illegal. That's just how it works. Him and his meat sticks. He likes his meat sticks. Oh, fuck. That was my jugular.
I should have had a blade on it.
I'm glad you didn't. Be bleeding out right now.
Like, we're gonna have to go through a short break.
So Assassin's Creed came out. Getting to play that on the new Xbox. I don't know. It's very rectangular. Definitely rectangular.
Like something I'd want to.
You just want to break everything you see. Good work. But then new 2K came out, so gotta get videos out for that. Call of Duty tomorrow, so gotta do streams and videos and fucking not only zombies. I forgot there's also a campaign.
Oh yeah,
gotta get to that at some point.
Oh, that's gonna be
not great.
Really?
It's a Treyarch campaign. They're never that good.
That's true.
Like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, they're fine, but they're nowhere close to a Modern Warfare game.
Right. Modern Warfare, excels in the
campaign. They can't do multiplayer right anymore, and they never really could. Everyone loves Modern Warfare 2, but they don't love it because it was good. They love it because it was broken.
It was a fun broken.
It was a fun broken. Yeah, not a hackery broken. It was just fun. Well, because, the things that were broken, everyone could exploit. It wasn't just the super hackers. So yeah. But yeah, Modern Warfare was just broken. Well, Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 3 wasn't that fucking good. But the campaigns have always been good. Ghosts, multiplayer sucked, campaign was good. Infinite Warfare, multiplayer sucked, campaign was great. So, Treyarch, it's the zombies is great, the multiplayer is great, campaign, man, it's 50-50. It might be okay.
Never great, though.
It might be Black Ops 3, fucking train go boom. Yeah, that's a line. It's the greatest meme ever. It's so, they always hire such big name celebrities for Treyarch does for their campaigns. And then they have them say the dumbest shit. I can't imagine paying an actor $40 million to say train go boom. What the fuck? So, yeah, Call of Duty tomorrow, which the more I think about Call of Duty tomorrow, the more stressed out I get about how much how much work that means I have to do. Friday, new iPhone. Also, tomorrow's launch day for the PlayStation 5, so gotta try to order one of those. Hope I can get one that the scalpers don't buy first. That should be fun. What else? What else is happening? 2K. If I can get a PS5, I need to play Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, plus, you get the added things of, Christmas coming up, which, Falalala, go fuck yourself. Thanksgiving, that one's actually fun. Eat a bunch of food and watch football, that's a great day. Can't complain about that.
Right.
But, just a stressful time of year in general. Plus, it's 2020. So, the fuck's gonna happen tomorrow?
Right. Who's gonna blow up tomorrow?
Who's gonna die? Hear Alex Trebek died?
Please.
Okay, fuck off.
Actually, please be Kamala Harris. I'd rather.
Please
die.
be you.
Okay, I can make that happen.
Oh, sure. Problem is, you'd live through that. You'd just be paralyzed from here down.
No, I'd probably roll across the pavement for, several miles and then just get up and be like,
just
that
get up,
sucked.
do that, and all your skin comes off. You're just walking muscle.
It's like this, I no longer have any skin.
No, you just do that, and it's just like, damn, that burns a little. What the hell? Ah!
Road rash is the worst.
Rug rash is the worst.
No, road rash is worse. Because not only do you miss your skin, you have little tiny rocks
That's
and
true.
dirt and sticks and grass.
Do you remember the fucking rug rash I got from fucking youth group in Lingo the one? How the whole fucking side of my leg was just gone?
Yeah.
The fuck happened? We were playing Duck Duck Goose.
And he slipped?
Aren't you 16? Yeah. That was the worst fucking dumb.
I was on my bike one time and I was coming down off of that North Hill in town, that main street, and I tried to hit the sidewalk and hang a hard right while going about 60.
Yeah.
And hit a patch of loose gravel and hit the sidewalk and then skidded off the sidewalk, off the curb, and then onto the pavement and skidded down the pavement and ended up about the middle of the highway.
I didn't get road rash, but you remember the one.
Oh, my thigh, my kneecap, my
You remember
leg,
what I did on that hill though, right?
Yeah.
Fucking skateboarding down that hill.
You were on longboard, weren't you?
No, it was just a skateboard. That was the problem. If it was a longboard, I would have hit a bump and it would have been fine. But it was a skateboard. We're going, and I was going 45 miles an hour or some shit. It was close to that.
Pretty sure you hit a stick or something.
No, I just hit a rock. But it's a skateboard, so the wheels went stop, and I went sign. That was a day.
Oh.
That was also the hill you'd test out to see if you had speed wobbles on your board with. That was always an issue.
You just prayed you made it down past the church to where the park, the south patch of grass was, so you could wobble your way over to the grass
and yeet yourself into the grass. Never made it there though.
Nope.
Especially with a new board, you'd start. I wish there would have been people there recording every time I did that. Because I bought new skateboards all the fucking time back then. And I'd want to go, make sure I got the speed wobbles out. But how dumb you look because you're trying to correct it. So you're just throwing your legs back and forth oh, fuck. And then just yeet yourself away.
Yeah,
great.
That reminds me of that time that I had my bike. Dustin pulled my bike, and
your bike.
I'd run through town in my younger days, so I had a broomstick as my gun.
Broomstick is my gun.
Yeah, and so
bike is your horse, obviously.
Yeah, well, Dustin stole my bike, and he was coming down. He was hauling ass down the hill towards the church. And going pretty quickly, and he flipped me off as he was going by, and I said, fuck that kid, and I just stuck the broomstick in the spokes, and it went around and locked, and he went, poof, and just face planted right into the pavement.
That's good stuff.
Greatest feeling in the world.
Greatest feeling in the world.
Till his grandma got pissed off at me and she come after me and, oh, I'm gonna have a lawsuit. Blah, blah, blah. Well, sure, call the cops. You know who's gonna get in trouble? Your dumbass grandson for stealing my bike. Also, he still has to this day a pellet in his eye.
Are you sure he could have removed it?
No, I'm sure he has it today.
Why? You checking every time you see him? Pull your pants down. Let me see your ass.
No, because I seen him like 11 years later after I did it, and he said, you know, I still have that pellet in my eye. So I'm sure he hasn't counted it moved since then, since he's been in prison.
Yeah. God, how many people do we know that went to prison? Fuck. How did we not go to prison?
We live in Fort Laramie. We have no cops.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. We get away with pretty much anything.
That's fair. We also live out in the middle of nowhere. So no cops, but also no people to tell you you're doing
pretty
wrong.
Pretty much we never leave the house and we play the
That's true.
That's how we're supposed to get in trouble.
Because
saying the N-word on Chandler's stream?
Do not say the N-word on Chandler's stream. For most people, it's easy, but for us, it is extreme. Oh, that fucking video, dude. Oh. It's such a good video. You and your stick. Enough. You're very pissed that I actually made it. Okay, you're gonna break my chair, and that's gonna be $500 that you owe me.
You know, that's I tried to scoot forward like this chair had wheels, and it just didn't go anywhere. I was all,
you're gonna tear up my carpet.
There.
So, are you excited for Cold War?
Nope.
Why not?
There's not going to be a Battles Royale.
What do you mean?
It's going to be Warzone, and it's going to be the same engine, same old Warzone.
For a month, and then they're changing the map and changing everything about it. Except
now, if they change the map...
It's still called Warzone, though, so I'm a whiny little cunt.
No. That's not only... They're keeping the same fucking engine. They're not changing it. So it's gonna be same old Warzone only.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, fuckhead.
The only thing
multiplayer and the campaign for Cold War are on the same engine too. And before Modern Warfare, so what game was that before that? Hold on. What game was before Modern Warfare? Hold on. What game was before Modern Warfare? Black Ops 4 all the way back to the original Modern Warfare, COD 4. I think that was the first COD. No, World at War. So that was the first game on 360 and PS3. Every one of those games, same fucking engine. Call of Duty doesn't change their engine up. The game looks a little different and the guns are different. That's the only thing that ever changes. Remember, war never changes, Wonder. Yes, I totally just hit you with a Fallout quote. Shut up.
War always changes. I don't know what the fuck that's all about.
No, war never changes. It's all the same shit every fucking time.
They're always fighting for the same shit, but war is never the same.
It's always the same.
No, it's always technologically advanced.
Innocent people fighting innocent people because the fucking stupid rich fucks that control everything said, this could be fun. That's war. That's war.
That's U.S. war.
No, that's just war.
You really think the Taliban was
yes
rich? Well, after Obama administration,
whoever,
they are.
Well, and even before that, whoever was controlling them, yes. And yeah, yes.
I was pretty sure that was all based on their beliefs and religion.
Well, I mean, technically every war is over that also, though. Every single war is based off somebody's belief about some bullshit.
somebody came to my house, blew it up, I'd probably want to go try and kill them.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
You'd be dead.
No.
You're not surviving the explosion.
I might not be home.
What a
I might
terrible,
have been out fishing.
what a terrible time to blow up your house then.
I just didn't know I wasn't home.
That'd be pretty difficult. I mean,
Their intel was bad.
was your truck there?
Yeah, but I'm not always home when my truck's home.
That's bullshit. That you've literally left your house without your truck like 4 times in the last 10 years. That's a lie. You haven't had your driver's license that long. But in the last, like, when did you get your truck? 2016?
Going on.
So 4 years?
20.
No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Whatever.
wanna say I had it
5
for
years.
football.
Let's say 5 years. Let's say 5 years.
Right.
How many times have you not been home, but your truck has?
Anytime.
When?
Drive my mom's truck. Drive the Suburban.
You've done that like 4 times.
Taken the 4-wheeler. Taken a side-by-side. Rode with Bob.
Nope, you've never done that. Not in your life.
Was with Destiny.
If you won't let her drive you to get the mail, man.
Anymore.
Okay, you.
So I'm pretty sure she's progressively gotten worse since she started driving.
Yeah, she is not good. And I've never ridden with her. I've only seen her drive for about a mile. We left the place we all ate dinner. We drove to a stoplight. She stopped about 50 feet short of where she needed to. That was rough. And then she sat there basically until the green light turned yellow. Because she was, what, checking Facebook?
No, she was trying to make a right-hand turn, and there wasn't a little green arrow that showed her that she could turn right. And I'm like, literally, it's a 3-way stop with a traffic light. If it's red, turn right. If it's green, turn right. If it's green, all you have to do is make sure nobody else is turning.
If it's yellow, turn right really, really fast.
No, you don't even have to. Because all you have to do, when it's red, you stop. You go right.
Sure, but
If
yeah.
it's green,
dude.
if nobody else is turning.
Oh, and what was the
right.
thing? She called you the one day. Because did she get pulled over, or did she get something stupid happened?
She got pulled over.
Oh, yeah.
For reckless driving.
Yeah.
She got turned in by an off-duty cop.
Yeah.
Because she was tailgating him.
But she was also on her phone or something. There was something that happened where she got in trouble for being on her phone.
Well, she thought she was getting in trouble
Oh.
because she looked at her phone while she was driving.
Okay, I don't buy that. I just looked at it. That's bullshit. She is worse about being on her phone than I am. Which isn't very hard because I'm not on my phone when I drive except to find a song.
Right. Well, yeah. Then, she does like just look at her phone. And I've watched her do it. She'll look at her phone and why? To make sure nobody's messaged her or something. I don't know.
But if she gets a message, does she reply to it while she's driving?
Well, if it's me, she just calls.
Ah,
If it's anybody else, she just ignores them usually
huh,
because nobody else she really cares to talk to.
fair.
But if she has something to say to me, she calls me. Then I do her ass out because it's like, are you driving? Yeah. Well, you should probably focus on driving because you need to focus everything you
She
have into
needs to
driving.
focus.
Not like me, where I can talk on the phone and pay attention.
Right.
She, as soon as she's talking to the phone,
Fuck.
it's like nothing else. is
See,
happening.
that's the thing. When I'm driving, I'll be talking on the phone, smoking a cigarette, drinking coffee, and I'm good. Like, I'm peachy. Until an F-150 blows their stop sign and hits me, but whatever. You want to buy me a new car, buy me a new car, I'll take it.
Or be in the shitty world where it's your fault because you're younger than them.
No, it was my fault because I was out of state. That's all it was. And it pissed me off so much that, does the traffic camera right there not work? Well, no. Oh, sure. Okay. Sick. I was way too lazy to go fight that, though. So it was like a $60 ticket. In Rapid City. It was like, that's a long enough drive. I'm going to spend more than $60 to get there to fight this ticket, so I'm not doing it.
Right.
Like, that's dumb. I'll just pay the fucking ticket. But I was pissed.
Well, that's what they're probably thinking, too.
The guy who hit me even said, "No, that was my fault, dude." It's like, yeah, no shit. And then the cop comes up and he's like, "No, it was your fault." It's like, ha!
Yeah, I might have gotten in trouble for slapping a cop.
I did make the comment, "Just go back to your fucking truck and eat your donut, fat ass." I was not happy. My dad busted out laughing. Because he said that, and I'm like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "Yeah." The whole reason that came up was because while he was in his truck doing whatever he had to do to write the ticket, I saw him eat 2 donuts. So, I never would have made that comment.
People wonder why it takes them so long to come back to your car.
Well, it was also snowing. Probably warm in the car. We'll just sit there.
Well, it doesn't matter. Anytime you get pulled over, they come up, they get your driver's license and shit, and they go back to the car. 30 minutes later, here they come. Here's a warning. What? It took you 30 minutes to come up with a warning? Like, goddamn, you're gonna take that much time, you might as well write the ticket.
It's because of where we live. They're relying on Wyoming internet to try to fucking...
That's probably true.
Look everything up. There's nothing they can do. Which sucks, but Wyoming internet, it is what it is.
Also in Wyoming, anytime a cop pulls somebody over, I gotta run your license plate. Like,
yeah.
You don't have to run everybody's license plate to pull over. They show you license and insurance.
License, insurance, and registration.
Well, not even that, because if you have insurance, on the insurance card, it literally shows your vehicle.
They also ask for your registration, which whatever. But it's like, okay, you have seen everything. You don't need to run my plate.
Yeah, it is obviously my vehicle. It isn't stolen. Don't have a warrant out for my arrest because you have my driver's license.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All you literally have to do is type in the number on the driver's license. Oh, hey, he's got 7 warrants.
Well, it's type in the number on the driver's license, then wait.
Oh, yeah.
While the little spinny guy spins. Wyoming!
Right.
I hate it here. There's nothing good about here. Name one good thing about here.
You get 4 days of good weather a year.
But move to Texas, where it's good weather every day.
Tornadoes, but whatever.
Okay, but when's the last time a tornado ripped through San Antonio? Never.
7 years ago?
What?
7 years ago?
You know what? I'd take that. Because, that still was probably weaker winds than what we get here on a daily basis.
285 miles an hour?
I feel like we had that a couple times.
We've actually had the strongest tornado ever recorded.
We've probably had some of the strongest winds.
It was only recorded as like an EF2 or something like that because it's tornadoes is recorded off of the damage that they do, not how strong they were. So if it's out in the middle of nowhere, it could be the biggest tornado ever in the world, but be an AF2 because it didn't do a whole lot. It tore up some pivots. It destroyed
up your pivot
fence lines.
But
so yeah, it's not going to be. But there was the storm chasers are actually in that one. And, their armored vehicle that they had. It weighs it's like a car, but it weighs like fucking 11,000 pounds.
So it's a Tesla.
Pretty much.
Just a stock
Except
Tesla.
armored. And it looks like a fucking tank, basically. And on the sides,
dude,
it actually has...
Okay, a Tesla would be the perfect car for that, though. Because you add the armor to the Tesla, and the already 10,000-pound car becomes a 40,000-pound car.
Yeah, and when you drive down the highway, you shoot sparks up because...
Well, you're gonna redo the suspension anyways, no matter what car you go with.
Right, but anyway.
Sorry.
And then it has, on each side of it, has these tubes. Hydraulic tubes, and they're about, 10 inches around. Hydraulic tubes with a spike on the end.
It's just gated pipe.
No, it's stainless steel pipe, solid pipe, that when they know they're going to be in a tornado, they push a button, and it goes in. They pull off the road and it goes into the ground about 3 feet, and so that way the car stays where it's at instead of being blown around. Hopefully. So anyway, they had that, and they had those pipes go in the ground. Went through the tornado, which busted out all of the bulletproof windows.
Nice.
Still, and they were all cut up on their arms and stuff because after the tornado had passed, they recorded over 300-mile-an-hour wind, and when they tried to pull those pipes out of the ground, they couldn't because they were bent. 10-inch solid stainless steel pipes were bent.
I could bend
where they couldn't, you wouldn't have to bend them much so they wouldn't go.
Right.
But still, holy shit. Good old Wyoming. What they ended up having to do is they torched them off and then just went and replaced them, basically.
Nice. I just... But here's the thing, Wonder. I'd rather deal with maybe a tornado every once in a 10 years than snow every 4 times in a week.
We still have summertime.
And 2 years ago, it snowed on the 4th of July.
Oh, it didn't?
Yes, it did. Yes.
No.
Because it was when I was living in South Dakota. Like, I just moved back. Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't know. You probably took a firecracker to the somewhere.
Eyeball?
I don't think that was 2 years ago, was it?
It was 3 years ago. I
Yeah.
believe.
So maybe you were just staying inside because you were scared for your eyeballs.
No, but I do wear safety glasses now.
I just don't light fireworks. I get no pleasure in lighting them anymore.
I'm a pyromaniac, so I like blowing shit up.
Sure.
Including myself.
But I don't know.
All in Akbar.
I just like to watch fireworks. I don't know. Fireworks aren't that cool to me. I don't know. It's like one of those things.
It's not the pretty ones that I like. I like the loud ones.
I fucking don't. Especially the ones that like scream and shit. It's like that's
those ones are annoying. I like the ones that with the really loud bang. Like Fort Laramie, they're really the loudest one they have. My most favorite firework that they have. It's literally like a flash of light. Nothing else.
It's just a flashbang.
It's just basically. If that son of a bitch went off in your face, you'd be blind, concussed, and deaf.
Call of Duty.
Ask Torrington Fire Department. They know all about them.
Wait.
They tried to blow themselves up.
No, they didn't. Nobody was there. Oh, one person was there.
There was 3 of them.
Oh, were there?
That were inside of the building.
What the fuck happened there, by the way? I never heard about how that happened.
Well, but they kind of been... I talked to Shauna's mother, real mother, who is part of the sheriff department. She said that one of them might have been smoking. Inside
cigarettes or pot?
No, cigarette.
Oh, okay.
But was smoking with, thousands of pounds worth of fireworks inside of a building. And it all went
And that's
off.
very different than gasoline. Some cigarettes can't light gasoline on fire. You lighting your cigarette can, but the cigarette itself will not do anything.
Right.
At all. So, yeah. But these are fuses. The embers from your cigarette just have to land on the fuse and then psh.
Well, they're not only just fuses, they're also fire department fuses.
Right.
Special fuses that only the fire department gets to use.
Right.
And they don't take much to... they take the smallest amount of flame to go off. And once one of them goes off, the whole 9 yards goes off.
Are they rebuilding that little building?
I don't know. I know there were some holes in it.
Half of it blew up.
Yeah, including some of the people in it. One guy, he was...
they deserved it for being dumb.
One guy, I'm pretty sure he's going to be permanently deaf.
Nice.
He was bleeding out of both ears by the time he got out of the building and hurt. One guy just tipped a table over and hid behind it until the whole shebang was over with.
Is that smart or dumb?
Well, he's just lucky because it didn't do much against the artillery shells. The artillery shell went right through it.
You weren't there. Were you there? Who was there? The one year I was at in Guernsey. We were doing fireworks in Guernsey, and an artillery shell never launched out of the tube. Caught my pants on fire. It was kind of hilarious.
But you should come over for next year's 4th of July, because my brother has this thing about for whatever reason, the last artillery shell always puts it in upside down.
Why?
On purpose.
Why?
Because it's
Funny?
I don't know, he finds it fascinating. But it's like literally he puts it upside down because he see the fuse burn, it gets down in there. That's literally like boom, and just you better hope it's the last one because there goes the tube and everything around it.
Oh.
The 1 year.
See, we have no clue how it happened, though. How ours didn't launch. It just didn't launch.
Some of them just. I've had some where they come out of the tube about this far and blow up. It's like boom, boom. I don't know if usually it's the fireworks that I had from the year before.
Well, that makes sense, but
They get old.
I refuse to light a firework that wasn't bought the year we're doing fireworks. Fucking Trent still has some from 2 years ago. But every year he buys more. So he just creates a bigger and bigger stockpile. It's like, stop fucking doing that. Throw them away.
Yeah.
Ugh. How did this turn into story time?
There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, how did... I get very confused on to how we end up. We somehow went from talking about from Call of Duty to tornadoes to snowing on the 4th of July to fireworks stories. How do we do these things?
Georgia police shoot.
There probably wasn't a comma there.
Georgia police shoot knife-wielding suspect.
But was it a butter knife or like a knife? I'm sorry, that's not a knife. This is a knife. That type of thing.
I can kill somebody with a butter knife.
Okay, and I could kill you with a spoon. That's not saying much.
Cop will shoot you if you run at him with a spoon.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would.
I'm white. No, they wouldn't.
Depends on the time of the year. If it's summertime, they'll shoot me. Because I look very dark.
That's fair. It depends. Do I have my hair in a bun or am I wearing it down?
I don't know. It depends. Are you leaning inside of a car at somebody's house?
My fucking God. We're not talking about that. That was not okay.
It's great. I wish you would have shot you in the butthole.
You know what? So do I.
You'd have been set for life.
Right?
Torrington Police Department would have to pay you millions.
Oh my God. Torrington Police Department shoots man for working on car in own driveway. Like, what the fuck? Oh. That, honestly, they should have.
The only problem is he wouldn't have just shot you once.
That's true.
He just shot you 12 times.
See, he would have shot me, and I would have moved, because like, oh, fuck, that hurt, and then he would be like, oh, you're reaching.
Stop resisting! You just shot me in the ass!
I'm resisting bleeding out, bitch. Calm down. Oh, no.
I'm shitting blood right now. You want me to sit still?
You want me to bleed on you?
Sit down! Sit down! I can't! You shot me in the ass!
Stand up. I can't do that either. You shot me in the foot. Fuck.
If it had been me, it'd have been like, you shot my truck! I'm all bleeding out of the chest and arm and face. My truck!
My truck. No, you would have been happy though, because you don't have your truck. You wouldn't have had your truck paid off yet. They would be paying for your truck also. You'd have been like, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you." Oh God.
They'd probably be paying me enough that I could have a car and a truck.
They probably would have paid me enough that I wouldn't be living in Wyoming anymore. Be
Then
outie.
you wouldn't get to see me every day.
Yeah.
Great friend you are. I'm the only motherfucker that checks in on you.
That's true.
I'm the only one that cares if you're dead or not.
You still would if I moved away, though.
I would not.
But you would. You only text me anyways. You'd do the same thing. You'd still be like, "Oh, we haven't played video games in a while. You dead?"
Maybe.
And I'd be like, "Yes." And then just not text back.
What am I supposed to do if you just don't text back, ever?
That's a good question.
Like, do I try and call the police department down there, or...
So that's
do I
what...
do?
One day I'm going to do that. We're going to not... See, and it's going to have to be a while, because you're going to have to forget about this moment. But we're going to go a couple days without talking to each other. You're going to text me to see if I'm good, and I'm just not going to say anything. I'm not going to look at the message. I'm going to leave it there. See what happens.
See how long it takes for Rena and Kevin to take.
They wouldn't. I'd still be here.
7 years later. I
What's up?
haven't heard from Chandler. I wonder what he's up to.
You talked to Chandler lately? I don't know.
How long has it been since... Oh yeah, 7 years ago I talked to him. He's fine. He's doing fine.
Why do I believe that? Why do I think that's how it would go? Or, man, he's been missing for 7 years? Fuck it. True.
I'm sure he moved to Canada by now.
It's cold there. I couldn't do it.
Internet.
Depends on where in Canada.
Who cares where you move to Canada? If you're moving to Canada, move where there's going to be good internet.
That's fair. But, I don't know.
Don't move to a shitty part of Canada.
Well, that's all I can afford. Fuck. You gonna give me the
homework?
What?
Got to do your homework.
What does that mean?
There's cheap places everywhere. Unless you live in California.
Or in any city anywhere.
Make a new pandemic that kills half the population off.
Okay.
It wouldn't be that hard. Ask China. They do it all the time.
Jesus Christ. Go to your room.
I have a room here.
No.
Is that the couch?
Yes. No. No. All right. You got any other stories you want to tell?
Nope.
I think we call that one there.
Okay.
I don't got much else to talk about.
I'm gonna go home and download games.
And I'm ready to go to bed so I can get up and play games tomorrow.
Got me too, so I can get up and play football.
Trash.
I am pretty trash at football.
How come be your quarterback? Got you.
No, Broccoli's boss has that covered.
Is he good?
Okay. He just doesn't have the arm. Like, he's accurate
Well, okay.
short range.
I don't
when it
have-
comes to throwing long range, he cannot. He
I don't.
throws every time.
I don't have an arm like you, but I can still get a good deep ball going.
I played quarterback one time. Last time. It was like a 60-yard throw for a touchdown. It was a sidearm throw too. It was like right across and right into Hayden Hill's chest. He hadn't even turned yet, and I threw it, and he turned, and it went right into his chest. He was like, and then like
Wait.
stood there with it. Then was like,
Okay,
oh, shit.
my question is, that kid caught a football?
Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever seen him do that.
anybody can catch a football when I throw it to him,
That's incorrect.
unless it's my football team.
You know, what about Jaden? That
Well,
kid's...
I'll tell you a story. He did catch one of my footballs. And it wasn't because he caught it. It was because he turned just in time to catch it in his face mask.
There you go.
It also knocked him down. Because I threw that motherfucker hard.
Okay, but I'm sorry. If I hit you in the head with a football, when you're wearing a helmet even, and you're not expecting it, you're probably going to hit the dirt. That's just how it works.
You ought to ask Clay Colton. One day we were playing catch with my football that I have, my NFL football that I have.
Yeah.
We were playing catch in the gym, and we were like corner to corner, so it's longer.
Sure.
Farther. And Clay and I, we'd been playing, catch for about 10 minutes or so. And he threw it. He's like, I'm going to throw it as hard as I can. And he threw it as hard as he could, and I caught it.
Sure.
And then after he did that, somebody came out of the middle school gym and the high school gym.
Sure.
And started talking to Clay as they were walking by. And Clay looked over, and I was waiting, and finally looks over at me, so I thought he was ready for it. And then I was like, it's my turn to throw it as hard as I can. And I went,
oh, fuck.
Boo! And right as I threw it, he looked away, and it hit him right there.
Ouch.
It literally, he went, and just like his feet flew in the air, and he landed on like his head and neck.
Oof.
And he got up and was just bleeding down the side of his face and was laughing because the kid has no brain.
No.
He has no brain, so he was able to take something like that without brain damage. But that, I mean, right here was a perfectly circular place where he had no skin and was bleeding. I hit that kid hard. I thought I killed him. Because when I hit him, his head cocked so hard it looked like his head was gone. It looked like the football just took his head right off.
Yeah.
And he just went right down. Knocked him down. I ran over there. I was like, oh my God, I just killed Clay.
See, I've done that before. Not hit somebody like that, but done like what he did, where I'm playing catch with somebody and I stop talking to them and look away and they throw the ball and somehow it's like a spidey sense. Just like, oh fuck. And I catch it like right here. It's like, and then I look at whoever I was talking to like,
I was more impressed with the fact that it's like, I threw it that hard and perfectly, didn't hit him in the arm, didn't hit him in the chest, hit him in the head.
Hey, that's, on a person like that, that's a good spot to hit him.
Pretty sure it knocked some sense into him.
Maybe. Probably not.
Probably not. But I got to him I got up to him, he's laying on the floor, he was like, oh, that hurt. Then he started laughing as I picked him up. I'm like, you're not paralyzed, are you? And I'm like, dude, you're freaking bleeding. It's like, really? And he's like doing this. It was bleeding really well, like down his cheek. And
well, also,
that football kind of has a point to it.
What was the thing with when we were in middle school? Because we always played football at recess and shit in the big field out back, where the fucking elementary school is now.
Right.
So, what was the thing with back then for younger kids to play football? You have to catch the football, we throw as hard as we can. And also, why did you let the most shrimp-armed guy do that?
Right.
Well, he didn't think he was, but he was.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I've seen babies throw balls harder than him. You know exactly who I'm talking about, too, I hope.
Well, there's more than one selection.
It was always the same guy. He had he was like a ginger. Kinda.
So I'm thinking it's Bryce.
Yeah, it was Bryce. So that was the dumbest shit ever.
Right.
You gotta catch this football and throw as hard as I can. It's like, okay.
Right. It was like yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool, I'm playing now.
Yeah. Or it could be like the day behind the bleachers when the kid just runs up and drop kicks
that was
fucking bad.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
I just thought it was funny. I was pissed.
They did that you thought I fucking died.
I thought he killed you.
Well, you know what it's like. You have scoliosis too.
Yeah.
You get hit hard enough in the back that I fucking lights down.
Even if it doesn't, dude, I've been hit in the back,
right.
And it just shoots pain everywhere.
Right.
But yeah, I was pissed. I was like, what? I chased that kid so far.
Yeah. But it's like you get hit in the back like that, and I just lights out. You can hit me in the fucking head with a baseball bat, and I'm probably not lightsing out. But you hit me in the back just right, and it's like fucking gunk. I'm just dead. And when you're in middle school and you see somebody get knocked the fuck out, it's pretty easy to go, oh fuck, they dead. We got buried body.
Well, it wasn't just like he came up and like just barely tapped you in the back. Like,
no,
he
motherfucker jumped and just wham, fucking WWE
whacked you in the freaking back, and you were like. I'm pretty sure I heard pops come. Probably. From your back. And then he got up and laughed about it. I'm like, you just killed him.
He got up and laughed. I'm like laying on the ground. Like,
well, my thought was, like, you don't even know him. Why would you do that?
Right.
I was so pissed.
You were.
Like, that's some bullshit. Like, you get out of here, dude. I told him, you better get the fuck out of my face or I'm gonna kill you.
The only friend I've ever had, ladies and gentlemen. No.
Well, it wasn't just you. It was like he would have done that to anybody. Even if it was to somebody I didn't like.
The thing was, him and like a couple other people who were in his little group were doing that to each other. But it's like, if it's a group exercise of dumb shit, whatever. Right.
Chandler's standing off, minding his own business, watching a football game, and here comes some kid flying 112 mile an hour and just drop kicks you in the back.
Right.
Whiplash. Like,
fucking death.
You just got hit by a truck.
That's what it felt like. Fuck. Because all I remember, we were nowhere near the actual back of the bleachers. Because we were standing where we could see the game because something was happening.
Because he probably weighed about 140 pounds at that time. Now imagine somebody running as fast as they can, 140 pounds centered right in the middle of your back. So that's probably, I don't know, a combined force of 412 pounds or so, 450 pounds just right into your back.
See, and I could take a shot like that if I know it's coming. Because there's things you can do.
You can brace yourself for it or something. Right. Turn into it. I don't know.
It was that, and then I wake up and I'm laying on the fucking, like, mats for pole vaulting and shit for track behind the bleachers. I'm like, where the fuck am I? What happened here? Why don't my legs work?
I was pissed, because I was the one that had to pick your big ass up.
Hey, I wasn't that big back then.
I was even smaller.
That's fair.
At that time. I'm not a very big person. At that time, I'm like 4'9", 100 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was hard for me to pick anybody up that time.
Yeah, you weren't the muscle kid.
Then I grew like 2 inches and went to the weight room and turned into an animal. But
yeah. That was fucked. That was a fucked up time. Oh, remember when I got fucking suspended because John tried to choke me out and then had Brandon and Jacob hold my arms so I couldn't fight him off, and so I bit a chunk out of his arm, and somehow it was my fault. Yep. It's like everyone saw me basically get jumped, but I get in trouble for not letting him kill me. So, I mean, he was like a 5th grader. When you are choking someone out and you're that young, he doesn't know when I die.
Right.
It's just funny at that point.
Yeah, I got in trouble like that one time, too.
It's what? I didn't do anything wrong. You bit him. He choked me.
He tried to kill me.
And he had his little accomplices, too.
Yeah, Taylor, I was minding my own business one time when we were at recess, and Taylor came up behind me and just kicks me in the balls.
Male or female Taylor?
Male Taylor. Okay. Because somebody told him that it would be funny if he ran up and did that.
Hell, it probably was kind of funny. Not for you, for everyone who watched.
I was pissed. He came up, kicked me, and like, you know how you have that small amount of time that you have before it hits?
Yeah.
He kicked me. I turned around, grabbed him by the hair, and then bashed his head off the old metal woods building. And
the metal woods building.
That was the first time he broke his nose.
I remember the first time I broke my nose. It was another football at recess.
I got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Thank God for Mr. C. He was like all pissed off. We're gonna go to the principal's office. I'm like, he just came up and kicked me in the balls for no reason.
Right.
I got out of that one.
I didn't get out of the other one. Probably because nobody came in and argued for me, but bet your ass John's grandma was in there talking about how sweet of a little angel he was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that kid still has the fucking scar in his arm from where a chunk is just gone.
Well, he's got a scar from your teeth, and then Dustin's got a pellet in his ass
Right.
from me.
Well,
Don't steal from my house. You won't get shot, dumbass.
fucking yeah.
And they got wrapped up in the barbed wire fence trying to run from me. That's funny.
Oh, speaking of barbed wire fences, now we're just going on stories. Time we saw the wolf, and I impressed you with my jumping ability
Huh?
and just my running ability that night.
You kept up with me, and I was shocked.
I mean, I know you weren't like full speed going. You were going though,
Well, I wasn't going slow. I just figured I had to outrun you.
right? And he looks over, and I'm right next to him, just.
Oh shit, he's scared. I didn't know big guy could move like that when they're scared.
See-
Adrenaline works wonders.
He jumps the fence, and then I just see him turn because he's like, this is gonna be funny. That had to be what was in your head. This is gonna be great. How's he gonna do? Fucking woof. Goof.
Yeah, you rolled a couple times, but you're right back up on your feet.
Once I hit the ground, I rolled. But I didn't like, I don't know.
I thought it was gonna be a wrapped up in the barbed wire fence and stuck kind of thing.
That would have hurt so fucking bad.
Yeah, ask Dustin and John.
No, but at that speed, that would have hurt. Oh, that would have been some lacerations.
I also learned that Dustin also sliced his eyeball open going through the cornfield on a corn leaf. They tried to blame me for that one too. It wasn't 3 hours
The
later
amount
when
of
my dad was
time
home.
we have gotten blamed for some shit. Like when I was told I wasn't allowed to drive at lunch anymore because, what was the kid's name? Morgan?
Oh, in my class?
Yes, who moved in like the middle of that year.
Yeah, the one that lost.
Because remember, I was driving to lunch and he came and jumped on the top of my fucking car
Yeah.
and then just like grabbed the windows and wouldn't let go. So I got in trouble because, you know, we were being reckless. It's like, he jumped on my car. What am I supposed to do? What?
I'm on your brakes?
I should have.
Yeah, he's a Marine now.
Gross.
But yeah, Morgan, I didn't know this at the time.
Yeah, he
Later.
dated your girlfriend at one.
Well, he lost his virginity in
Yeah.
a handicapped bathroom in a Walmart to my girlfriend, who then went around and bragged about it. And then when I confronted her about it, said that he was the one that was saying that, not her. Even though I'd had multiple people come to me saying that she was, going around.
Including me.
Yeah, and
Which-
I'm like, for one, that pissed me off anyway. But then she lied to me. I'm like, really? Are you that dumb? Who in the hell? What guy is gonna go around and brag about the fact that he lost his virginity in a Walmart bathroom?
It's high school, so all of them.
No, not Morgan. Especially since he is a brand new kid. Like, he's been there for 2 days. You really think that's how he's gonna try and make friends? Yeah, I lost my virginity in a handicap bathroom.
Okay,
No, he's
not only
shy,
that,
doesn't
but
like
then
people.
saying that he lost his virginity in a handicapped bathroom at Walmart to the star quarterback's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like that.
When you're
that is
trying to make a name for yourself in a school.
Yeah,
in
that's a
school.
bad choice.
Yeah, no, but no. I didn't for 1 second believe the fact that Morgan was going around saying.
No, there's no way.
And especially since I didn't even know about it yet, and I had multiple reliable sources, including you, come to me and say, "Hey, this is what she said." Just
Because
a few
she
minutes
wasn't.
ago.
And the only reason I told you wasn't because I just heard her saying that. She came up and told me that. It's like, what are you doing? It's like me and Cody are like the two people you don't want to
Well,
say
it wasn't
these.
just it wasn't just It was
Well,
Brittany
no,
Anderson,
but I mean-
Alyssa Riley, you.
But I mean, me and Cody are your two best friends. If we
Right.
come up to you and both say, "Hey, she's doing this," who are you gonna believe?
Well, and that's
Her
the
or
thing.
both of us?
That's the thing. It wasn't just everybody came and told me at the same time. It was different people at different times throughout a period of 2 hours. It's not like they all collaborated with each other and said, "This is what we're going to say to them." They all said the same thing.
That's the other thing. So many of us didn't fucking talk to each other.
Yeah, but like, you don't talk to Alyssa,
Cody and Alyssa and Brittany.
Cody,
No, ever.
ever. So yeah, I'm like, okay, she definitely said that. And when I confronted her about it, it would have been one thing if she'd have said, "Yes, I did say that."
Right.
But no, she was like, no, I didn't say that. Have you ever thought about asking if he said it? I'm like,
I don't need to.
really? Really? You're gonna say that? Yeah, that pissed me off. I broke up with her the next day. And then she had the
Technically-
audacity to go say that I was cheating on her with this chick I had never met before.
Yep.
Who ironically almost got in trouble for statutory.
We're not. Yeah. You know, we don't need to tell that
That's
story.
a different story.
That's a long story.
Yeah, long stupid story. It's not the women you have to be the girl you're going with you have to be worried about most of the time.
It's her mother?
Crazy ass mothers.
Fucking Karen.
Yeah, that's the crazy Karens that they live with. You know,
That
the ones
was
that stock
wild.
their phones and have the passwords to their Facebook so they
That was wild. That was just a wild time.
yeah, here I am thinking, oh, my whole fucking life's gonna be destroyed over a chick I don't even know. Fucking people.
Man, I wish I could have at least got to do it with her.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, that was my thought. That's what I told my mom. My mom's like, did you do it? I'm like, no.
No.
I'm like, shit. Let me go do it real fast, so that way I can at least make an honest person out of him. I'm like, if you're gonna try and accuse me of doing it, at least wait till I do it.
At least let me do it. Come on. Well,
At
it's
least
like
I get to have fun for a few hours.
the people I hung out with in Guernsey, I'd walk to lunch with them every day. And I didn't fucking know this at the time, but they were fucking stealing from the gas station every day when we went there. And it was fucked up because I was buying their food, but they were still stealing shit. So then fucking we get a call one day about how I'm in trouble for stealing shit from them, and I was like, what?
The one guy who's actually paying is the one in trouble for stealing.
It's like, what? I didn't steal shit. What are you talking about? Well, the other two you were with were. It's like, okay, on any of the cameras, do I even do anything shady? They're like, no. Like, so why the fuck am I in trouble? You were with them. It's like, fuck that.
It's kind of hard to pull guilty by association if you don't actually steal something yourself. If they're
or you don't even know that they were doing it.
Yeah.
If I don't even know that they were doing it, how am I guilty by association? It was just wrong place, wrong fucking time. Like, I just wanted my fucking sandwich, bro. My sandwich and my Mountain Dew.
Right, if they're in there stealing shit, that's on them. That's their business. That ain't mine. I've watched the Prado kids steal shit in Ty's Pit Stop, but one, I ain't a snitch.
Right.
I
Snitches
could have
get
easily
stitches.
went, hey, he's stealing. But one, I ain't a snitch.
The only
That's their
time-
problem if they get caught, which they ended up getting
The only
caught.
time snitches get stitches doesn't apply is if you work at the fucking place and catch them stealing shit. Then, of course, not only am I going to call you out, I'm going to tell the fucking my boss that this person's stealing shit.
Well, and the thing is of all the people that they should have been worried about telling, because if I say something, snitches get stitches, you really think they're going to come after me?
Yes.
Yeah, good fucking
They're
luck.
going to hit you with a car.
These are the same two kids that I told Mr. Jones that if they heard a commotion in the locker room, that there was probably going to be a fight and I'm killing them because they stole money out of my wallet. Mr. Jones was like, well, I'll walk really slow. That's why I like Mr. Jones. He's like, I'll walk really slow
Right.
on my way over
Dude.
there. And I'm like, well, what if I need some help? He's like, he's like, you really think he's like, you ain't going to need help.
Neither of them ever tried me, which is weird. Why did they try you? Okay, I think I know one reason why Antonio never did. Because I called him out on his stupid fucking shit. You know the thing he'd do where he was always like getting in a fighting stance with people?
Yeah.
And trying to be, I don't know, intimidating or whatever. I was like, I just stopped. I like grabbed his arms and moved him, and then straightened out his wrist. I was like, if you were to punch somebody like that, you're gonna sprain your fucking wrist, moron.
Well,
And
he did that. He did that same thing to me when I confronted him in the hallway and asked for my money back.
Square up.
I was telling him, I was like, I'm gonna give you this amount of time to get my $60 back in my wallet. If it's not there, I'm coming after you. And he's like, you want beef, man? He like got in his stupid ass fighting
His
stance.
curled wrists,
Yeah.
like, but and then extra elbows spread, but fists at like eye level. It's like,
Yeah, you know what I did?
I just like stopped.
Grabbed him by the chest, slammed him up against the locker, and picked him up off his feet with one arm. Because he's really not a big person.
No, he just wore baggy clothes to look big.
Yeah.
That kid weighed like 112 pounds.
And it was like, boom, boom. And he was like this, and eyes about this big around. And then Blaine comes up, and he's like, "What the fuck, man?" He kind of shoves me off of him.
Which is fair.
Yeah,
because
Blaine doesn't know what's happening.
Right.
Blaine wasn't the one that stole the money. Antonio was.
Right.
And I was like, I turned to Blaine. I'm like, your dipshit
cousin, whatever.
They called each other brothers, but I was like, your dipshit cousin here decided it was a good idea to steal $60 out of my wallet. And Blaine didn't even look at me like you're a fucking liar. He looked at Antonio like, you stole money from him?
From him?
You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He was like, he just turned around and walked off, and Antonio's like, what the fuck? I thought we were brothers, man.
Okay, but let's be honest.
I got my $60 back by the end of the day.
If that's how it went, like, with either of us, that's how it would go. If I walked around a corner and someone had you up against the locker, I'd be like, yeah, what the fuck, dude? And then if they said, well, he stole $60 from me, it's like, okay. I'd fucking walk
right, but the thing is I don't steal.
Well, I know.
So
but,
if somebody said that, you'd be like, no, that's some bullshit.
But if the situation was exactly the same, we'd be the same way.
I know Blaine knows for a fact that Antonio is the one that's been going around stealing people's shit.
Right.
So I left my wallet, my empty wallet.
Fuck. Do you remember senior year when... I just forgot his name. The principal... I can't remember his name. Well, principal for your senior year.
It would have been Cotant?
Yeah, Cotant. He put the little glass Coke bottles in everybody's locker on the first day of school.
Uh-huh.
Remember, Anthony never opened his fucking locker? Like 3 months into the school year, I was like, fuck, I want that Coke out of your locker. So we went and got his locker code, and I opened his locker, and the Coke bottle just fell, shattered everywhere. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, I was all fucked up because I took a giant piece of glass to the leg.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I'm walking around in shorts with a fucking giant
glass hanging out of his leg.
Well, and I'm a dumbass because I was like, oh, fuck, and just ripped it out. So there's just blood running down my leg. I'm like, fuck. It was great. They tried to get me in trouble for that, too. I was like, no, we didn't break it on purpose. We just opened the fucking locker. Probably from all the people slamming shit around all the time.
Yeah, on each side.
Right.
Because those lockers didn't want to shut anyway, so you had to fucking...
Right.
I always got a kick out of those people who had, like, the magnets and shit on the inside of their door.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you put it on the door?
Right.
You put it on the inside of your locker.
Well, okay, because
sides.
anywhere else you put it on the door because it fucking looks better. But
yeah,
our lockers didn't work.
This was Alyssa Riley every time she shut her door. Boom!
Like
on the inside.
Like the middle school lockers. The middle school lockers, you could put shit on the door because they were new.
Yeah, you could just close them.
Right.
You didn't have to... Okay, now it's closed. And then when you tried to open them, it was like, lean up against it with your shoulder and like...
Yeah, you had to push it in and
like wiggle it,
get it up, and then, ugh.
And I also like how people were so lazy that they would stick the pencil in.
Yeah, we all
the latch
did that.
So you could just, open it.
Yeah, we basically...
I was just like, well, and then when it was funny because a lot of them after a while it worked its way out or broke in half, and then they'd go to open it and it was actually locked and they didn't remember the combination. So I just took it upon myself to remember my combination and open my locker with the combination.
See, I remembered the combination, but I'd jam it like that. Then I just got smarter and just bought...
Yeah, but you can look at your combination one time and be like, okay, I'll remember.
That's kind of true.
Rest of the year. Other people
Fuck, you remember my old Wi-Fi password? It was literally 37 numbers, and I remembered it. Hey, what's your Wi-Fi password? 7426897. It's like, how the fuck do you know that? I don't know. But yeah. But I got smart and just bought a fucking pen and stuck it in there. Because a pen's not breaking.
Yeah.
Probably.
Most likely.
Hopefully. But yeah. Why did they rebuild the elementary school? We need a new high school more.
Well, it's not the fact that they put a new elementary. The fact that they built it too small. And they knew they were building it too small.
Did they really?
Yeah. The capacity of the elementary was like 37 children short of what it needed to be.
It looks so much bigger than the elementary.
And it sucks, because if you've ever been in there, they're
I only ever... Because you remember how they moved the art room in there. Actually, you don't, because you graduated by the time it opened. But the art room, you literally walked in the doors and the art room was right there. So I never walked around in there. I just went to the art room. Because I had art after lunch, so I actually showed up for that class.
Yeah, so now the gym in that building have a gymnasium.
Oh yeah,
in there.
it doesn't have stands or room on the sides.
No, it literally is about a quarter of the size of the high school gym. It's about a quarter of the size.
Wow.
Literally, I take 10 steps and I'm at the end of it. It's like having an overly large classroom.
Weird.
It's literally useless.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
understand the point of that.
Why? That literally you just downsize.
Actually, my biggest problem with it is just the fact that they tore down the old elementary.
Yeah, it was literally my grandfather built that building. It was a historical site.
Right.
It was a historical building.
It was just a cool building.
They should have they had plenty of room, just built a new one behind it.
Well, they wanted the spot for the buses to pull in.
They could have figured it out. Got all that room over there in between the football field and the school.
Right.
Make a fucking parking lot out of it.
See, and like my other thing was, it's just like they could have, yeah. But they need to just tear down the fucking high school and the middle school. 'Cause that thing's falling apart too, and it's like, what, 10 years old? 12 years old? Something like that.
It's not that old.
But it sucks too. They need to just re-go. The only thing that sucks...
High school's actually fairly old.
Yeah, high school is old, and it just sucks.
They need to tear down the gym and rebuild that, make it with higher ceilings. Air conditioning would be great.
Yeah.
Ventilation would be great. Because you get a bunch of people in there and it's just hot, muggy, smells.
Dude, basketball games sucked so hard. You're playing basketball, the stands are fucking full, and there's no air.
It's like 98 degrees and it just feels like you're breathing in. Like, it feels like you're wearing a face mask, only a plastic face mask.
Plastic face mask that...
Like
Johnny
you put a bag over your head and just...
And then, but before you put it on, Johnny Farmer Man, who's covered in shit, farted in it for about an hour before you put it on.
Yeah.
But then I'm expected to play basketball for an hour at full speed. And yes, I'm expected to play basketball for an hour because there are 7 kids on the team, and I'm the only one who knows how to dribble a fucking basketball.
Well, it's funny because the middle school gym is a newer gym. It actually has ventilation, air conditioning. So you go from the high school gym, which is supposed to be the main nice gym.
Yeah.
You go 98 degrees. As soon as you walk through the door into the middle school gym, it's
60.
72.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Or in winter when it's cold, 60.
Yeah.
But it also
that's
feels
still great when you're
That's
playing
great when you're
sports.
playing sports. It's like, well, the fans need to stay warm. Put on a fucking hoodie.
Yeah, well, you get enough fans in there, you don't need a hoodie because it warms up just because everybody fucking wasting oxygen.
Wasting oxygen. Right?
God, Karen, quit breathing so hard. You're fogging up.
But also, it always bugs me that there are 7 kids on the team. Then there's the other team. So, you expect, 3 people per person. You expect maybe 40 people. Somehow there's 90 people in the stands because Franklin D. Roosevelt's second cousin's dog's wife's best friend
and all their grandparents and children
has nothing better to do than go to a fucking basketball game for middle schoolers. It's like, this isn't going to be good basketball. Why the fuck are you here?
Yeah, get out.
The the bench warmer kids who are only on the team because their parents want them to play a sport. So they're only there just to kind of be there, finally make it in the game. And some asshole who's not a parent to anybody or related to anybody is screaming about nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Of course he doesn't. At practice, he sits over there and does all of our homework. Like, yes, I might be the smart kid, but I also am the starting point guard. He is doing my homework because I got shit to do.
I did sports because
I didn't
have to do homework because on certain days It was sports day. I'm not going to focus on... I told him, I said, I ain't doing homework on those days because I'm focused on my sports.
When I was in sports, I told people, I'm not doing your homework. So
a lot of times it was Mike Lashley's homework, who is the sports director.
Right.
And he's like, I totally get it, because during track, I never did homework.
Right.
Because track was important, and he didn't want me focusing on anything other than track.
That's the thing. I told every teacher and then the athletic director, this was mostly in Guernsey, because when I went back to Lingle, my knee was shot, had like 6 concussions, I was just shot. So, in Guernsey, told the athletic director, told every teacher, I was like, I'm not doing fucking homework. Because not only are we going to have practice, but I'm also the asshole. Like during football season, we do practice, and then I'd be the guy out there for another 3 hours kicking field goals. Because I need to... For me, it was like I need to make at least 100 field goals after practice before I can go home. Because that's the only way I feel confident. And then it was like, basketball, it's like I'm going to make 100 free throws before I go home. Or do, this or that. Because I'm not the most talented person. I just am willing to outwork you. That's the only thing I got. And I'm really dumb about that, because it's like, okay, I am too tired to keep going. I got it. He's still here. I gotta keep going. Like when we do fucking gated pipe. Your dad was there. I could have switched out for a load. Yeah. But it's like, no, I got this.
As you're like literally dying.
Dude, my arm stopped working. Like we're trying to load pipe, and I'm like, this is as far up as I can get it. I can't go higher. Did another 2 loads after that. Because I don't know when to stop.
Oh, I am.
It's rough.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't allowed to participate
in practice.
Half of our fucking practices in football.
Well, it's just like the one time when we went to Torrington just to go play basketball at the park. And there were people there who were like, yo, you guys want to join us and make it 3v3? And the only way I got him to go play basketball was by saying, we're not going to be doing nothing much. Just, we're going to go throw some balls at a hoop, hope something goes in, it'll be great.
Right.
Then we get told to play 3v3, and we were there for 3 hours. And everyone else was like walking around, but me and Wonder are guarding each other, both just 150 miles per hour. Just
yeah, by the time we were
sucked,
done,
but we were still, it's all or nothing, bro.
Yeah, but by the time we were done, I felt so sick because that was like the first physical exercise that I'd done in a while. And I just went out there and went 110%.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God,
we didn't stretch,
I don't feel good.
We didn't shoot beforehand. We got out of the truck and just started running for like 3 hours. We got done. We got in the truck. I'm sitting there.
Like I feel like I gotta throw up, man.
Then we went out to dinner. Yeah. And when we left home, we were like, man, I'm gonna get some wings and fries and this and that. Then we get there and it's like, can I get like 3 wings and 2 French fries, please?
Yeah. And then got up the next morning when in a fucking coma because you can't hardly move because I was so sore.
Yep. That's nothing, though. That was nothing compared to the one fucking day. I've told this story to you, but Jared and Cole were these two. Are they bodybuilders? Like, is that what they do?
I think that's what they do these days. I seen Cole the other day.
Because, like, Cole was like...
And he's all, both of them, they're all upper body.
Oh, yeah.
You get the legs.
They got no legs.
Nothing.
They got no legs. But their upper body's huge. They look like they'd kick the shit out of you. They would. They can't. They look like it, though. Jared actually might be able to.
I arm wrestled Jared and Cole both and beat them both.
I beat Cole.
I don't understand. They can sit down and bench press 250 pounds, but they can't beat me in an arm wrestling contest. Yeah. But I can't bench up 250 pounds. Well, I haven't tried in a
They're
while.
Fucking... But they're yoked.
Yeah.
And
they literally... They can't put their arms down because they literally have to walk like this because they're almost
glad there's nothing in that. But we go... So I go with them after school to work out. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. We'll go to the weight room. It'll be fine. Whatever. I did everything they did. Same weight, same reps. Afterwards, I felt great. Right afterwards, I was like, man, no wonder they do this every night. This feels amazing. Woke up the next morning and I couldn't get out of bed. Because I think I was riding with you at the time. You showed up to pick me up. And I was laying in bed. I was awake. And I was like, dude, I can't. And you're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I can't move. My body doesn't work anymore.
I'll get you some ibuprofen and I'll roll your
what's
ass
up,
to the
Anubis?
floor.
Dude, it was rough. I go to school the day after that. Cole goes, you want to come work out with me tonight? I'm like, no!
I am not.
No! I'm not doing that again. Played some Godfall, nice. You beat Assassin's Creed yet? He was playing it before I was.
I highly doubt you beat it.
He coulda.
Well, if it's anything like the last game...
See, you just like to do all the side quests.
Right, but even if I went and just did... Because Destiny, she did all the main quests, and it's still 2 weeks later. And...
Okay, but she doesn't play video games that much.
Yeah, but she's still...
You have to realize...
She's good at Assassin's Creed.
Oh, you're playing on hard, huh? Ooh, intrigue.
I am not... play on normal.
Yeah, that's all I'm playing on. It's just normal. I still fucking keep dying because I'm fucking terrible at games like that.
Yeah, you haven't played all the rest of them.
So it's just learning the new mechanics.
Natural to somebody like me.
Right. But it's learning the new mechanics, and it's nothing like a shooter. It's like you need to hit him and then dodge, and it's like, no, I just want to...
block at the right time.
Right. It's like, no, I just want to hit him. Frost Giant. What? Don't talk about it too much. I am not that far into the game. I just got to England. Frost Giant makes sense. It's Norse, but how did you show? Jesus Christ! We said we were gonna end this about 38 minutes ago.
Yeah,
and we're just still gone.
Got the story time.
We got to just talking about dumb shit in high school. Well, what's some other dumb shit in high school?
It was fun playing football a few weeks ago, though, against all these people in Nebraska who have no idea who you are. But you show up and play football, and they kind of overlook you because you're a small person. Then by the end of the night, they're like, who the fuck are you? Like, I was only like, arguably the top 3 offensive player in the state of Wyoming, all class 2016. Also, top 5 defensive player, all class in the state of Wyoming.
You know what pisses me off?
Was the 3rd fastest kid in the state of Wyoming
on the internet
in 2016 as a track runner.
The only game footage of you that's on the internet is from like your sophomore and junior years. There's nothing from your senior year.
Right.
Which is weird.
Because there wasn't really...
Yes, there was. YO Prep is uploading it from your sophomore and junior year. Why is there nothing from your senior year? That doesn't make sense.
There was more media coverage my sophomore and junior year. Because we had the Hegemons.
But you were better your senior year.
Right, you're right. I get that.
That makes no sense.
But, I don't know. I thought that was weird, too, because there was pictures. There were a lot of pictures.
I can't even find pictures either. Because Torrington Telegram's website has basically wiped itself of everything from before this year.
Right.
Probably because there's just so much news this year.
Yeah, so there was a lot of...
Just like there used to be a lot of stuff of me in the Guernsey newspaper, but I can't find it on the internet either.
There used to be a lot, really, my senior year.
But I just want videos.
All kinds of shit you could find on me.
I just want videos, but there are none.
I used to be able to just Google
you don't
my
exist.
name and all kinds of shit would pop up. I don't think it's that way
When
anymore.
did you get the hyper... I've had it for a couple months now. Had it for a while. How did you not know this? How did you not know this? But, yeah. God. High school was a time. I still want to know... You didn't have it last time we played Cards with Dizzy. Dude, that was in June. That was in June, I think. Actually, I can tell you. Hold on. I can go look at the original YouTube upload of it.
Well, I just Googled my name
and
this popped up.
Okay, that's just a picture.
I know.
That's not what I want. I want video.
Legal Fort Laramie football team down Riverside 42-6 on Friday.
I'm down near Riverside.
Round of 1A state playoffs.
No one cares.
Now 7-2 for the season. The Doggers open the game with Fleury scoring 3 touchdowns in their first 7 plays of the game. Echoing
I actually can't see when I uploaded it for some reason. What the fuck? Can't see when I uploaded things. I'll check on my computer. Okay, that was in June. So shocker I was without it. It happens.
While the defense undoubtedly kept the Rebels from scoring for the majority of the game, the offense of LFL really stole the show. The center of the offense was Colton Wonder, who rushed for 241 yards on 22 carries and scored 4 touchdowns. Dallin Fleener was also at the top of the team, 133 yards on 15 carries and 1 touchdown. Overall, LFL looks...
Oh, actually, hold on. We played Cards Against Humanity in April. But my Xbox is over there. It wouldn't make sense to have it back there. That just wouldn't make sense. Can't be on camera all the time. But yeah, it's pretty decent. Pretty decent. No. Hang up.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet. Who was that? That's
first quarter.
You and you're talking about football stats.
It's funny.
Yeah, because it's hooked up to the TV that's up there.
First play of the game, Colton Wonder on an 85-yard touchdown.
Yeah. I looked through some of that shit, but... Okay, because if I put it back there, that means I can't play it on stream. That's why. See how that wouldn't make sense? That's like... What's 96 inches converted to feet?
96 inches converted to feet.
Yeah.
Eight feet.
Yeah. So that's like 8 feet away from my monitor, my guy. They don't make HDMI cables that long. And if they do, they lose their signal strength. And they can't make an HDMI 2.1 cable that long. Therefore, all the benefits of an Xbox Series X would be null and void. Oh, yikes. Oh, my God. So I'm in an argument on Twitter right now about Kirk Cousins. And this guy, who's also a Vikings fan, said, you know, because somebody was bitching that Kirk isn't throwing enough for how much we pay him. And to me, I was like, that doesn't fucking matter. Are we winning games is all that technically matters. But, you know, the Vikings aren't protecting Kirk Cousins from himself. It's like, yes, we are. We're feeding Dalvin Cook so that we don't have to let Kirk, you know, be the one in control. Like yeah, I know. Like, we're keeping the ball out of his hands so he can't make more mistakes. And he's like, not really. Why pass it when you can run? Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, cool. I see you. I see you.
I need a guy in the head, and it was on the front page of the newspaper the next day.
But he's like, if we had to rely on Kirk, we can. It's like, no, we can't. We rely on him. He throws 3 picks. He's like, he played well the last 2 weeks. Yeah, throwing less than 20 passes.
Old picture.
But yeah, so all right, I think we're out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Hopefully no stories pop up as we're ending this, but Anubis, thanks for popping by right before we ended it. I appreciate you, my dude. But thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.